Good day, guys. I almost said good morning, but then I realized that when some people watch this, it probably won't be in the morning. But anyways, good morning, guys. It is morning time in Port Elizabeth today. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. The weather has really been a bit off this past few weeks. But I'm not complaining because we needed a bit of rain. It wasn't enough because we are currently going through a drought in Port Elizabeth. The dams are empty. They often switch our water off. So yeah, but in any case, that's not what this video is about. It's a beautiful day today. This video was supposed to come out I think a month ago. But I'm really grateful to God. I always say this, that God's timing is so perfect because everything happens in his right time. And I feel like the time that this video is going to be uploaded is going to be the perfect time. Because I haven't been well, and I feel like if I posted this video at that time, I wouldn't have given it my best effort, or I wouldn't have been in a good space for me to actually share, and I wouldn't have shared as much as I am going to, because when you're not in a good headspace and you're not feeling well generally, you don't give something the best of your ability, and I think I would have rushed it and just try to kind of like get over it. And that's not who I am, guys. I am very intentional about the type of content that I put out there, and I generally don't like putting content that is not effort put, or for the sake of just posting. I really like to make sure I prepare and I'm in a good space, and I'm actually feeling okay to talk, and so that I can just give you the best of myself. Okay, guys, sorry for those of you watching for the first time. Hi and welcome. Igama lam Natasha Wakwamulusa, and this is my space where I share my experiences and we learn and we grow through this process. You can become a part of this beautiful family just by clicking the red subscribe button below, and don't forget to hit your notification bell so that you do not miss out on any videos. Okay, guys, today's video is quite simple. I am not doing any kind of like serious talks or my sit downs and all of that. Yes, I am sitting down, but the point I'm trying to make is that I am just giving you guys a bit of a life update because it's been a while since I have spoken to you guys. The last time I posted a video, I shared that I was unemployed and I was actually looking for work. And I never came back to you guys to tell you guys that, okay, guys, or whatever. Yes, I did post on my Instagram that I had gotten a job. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, please do so. I'm going to insert my handle down below. Just follow me. I do post, not a lot, but I post when I do. I'm not an everyday posting person, guys, on social media, because I just feel like it's too much work. But and I'm very intentional about what I put out there, yabo. But in any case, do follow me, because some of the content that I put out on YouTube usually starts on Instagram or vice versa. So I would suggest that you follow me. Just to let you guys know, I am shooting in the room. You might hear a bit of sound. Firstly, the washing machine is making a hell of a noise because I'm currently doing our laundry. So if that's a bit loud, please bear with me, guys. And then also there's kids playing outside. I've closed the windows, but I hope they won't make a lot of noise. And then lastly, what was I gonna say? Oh, which is why I'm grateful that I actually shot this video today, because the last time I shot the video, firstly, I was not feeling well, and I feel like I rushed it, and that's when I decided that no, I'm not putting this video out. It's just, and I think I didn't say as much as I wanted to say. And then the second time I shot this video, there was just too much noise because the people were working, the contractors were working, and I was like, it's not gonna work out. So today is a perfect day because the weather is beautiful, I've got enough lighting, and these people seemingly are not here today. It's just a perfect day. So let's get straight into it, guys. So the last time I posted a video, I shared with you guys that I was unemployed and I was currently looking for work, and I was generally sharing the feel behind unemployment and being unemployed and not having work and all of that. And I was just literally pouring my heart out, and I was just honest about everything that I was feeling at that time. And I was actually open, and just telling you guys basically what I was going through at that time. It wasn't an easy journey, but I'm really grateful to God because I wasn't unemployed for too long. I think I was only unemployed for 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it wasn't really a long time, but if I could feel that way in just 4 months, I can only imagine what other people who are unemployed or who become unemployed for like months and years, I can only imagine how they feel. I really feel for them, and I really pray to God that He opens doors for everyone who's really in need. So yeah, basically, long story short, I was unemployed. I got a job. And the way it happened was so miraculous, guys. So long story short, guys, so my boyfriend comes back from work and he tells me that there's a job that he has seen that he thinks would suit me best, and he thinks I should apply for it. So I was like, okay, cool. So I read through the job description. I see that, okay, this is a global company. It's an international company. And I see where it's based. I see the job description, what the job entails. I'm like, not really in my line of, interest. But I'm like, at this point, I really can't complain. And the salary was really good. So to be honest, that's what really drew me to the job more than anything. I was like, okay. And I was just like, you know what? I'm ready for change. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for something that might make me a better person, that might teach me a lot. And I was just in a space where I'm ready for God to put me where He thinks would be best for me, because He knows what's best for me. So long story short, I applied for the job. And I just started becoming discouraged. Guys, as the days went by, the number of people who were applying for the job increased like crazy. I remember by the time, I think the day before they called me, if I'm not mistaken, I think there were over 4,000, I think close to 5,000 people who had applied for this job. Then I got a call, obviously, long story short. I got shortlisted. I went for my interview. I went for my second interview. And to cut a long story short, I got the job. And I remember when I went for my interview, when I actually got a call, rather, that I got the job, I was told that there were 3 other people who had been interviewed too. And out of all those people, I was the best. Out of the 4 of us, I was the best that they obviously thought would suit the job. And I remember crying so much, guys, because I was like, yo, I felt so discouraged. And every day my boyfriend would encourage me that don't lose hope, don't lose hope. If it's yours, it's not going to miss you. Because I felt like, what chances do I stand out of 5,000 people? What would make me, stand out? What would make them choose me out of 5,000 people? I can't be the best out of 5,000 people. And the biggest lesson in that season was that God's favor, guys, God's favor upon your life. He says, He qualifies the unqualified. His favor, will reach into places that you can't imagine. Your name is in rooms that your feet haven't even entered in. I love this other one, Etibana. His grace locates you wherever you are, and His grace breaks all protocol. And those things just kept on ringing in my mind, and they reminded me that I am loved and I am seen by my God, and I am special, and not to diminish or belittle anyone else or make anyone else feel like they're not. But for me specifically, and my journey and my relationship with God, I need to always remember that I should never feel small or feel undeserving or feel like I'm not worth something. But I must always know, because I'm God's child, because I'm His daughter, because I am His everything in His eyes, and He calls me beautiful, He calls me beloved. There's nothing that is too big for Him to do for me. And no matter how many people, you know, that I'm put in between, I will always shine. My light will always shine because that's who he calls me. That's how he sees me. So it was a really emotional time, guys. I was really like blown away, you know. So I got the job, and I remember when I started working there, they kept on telling me how they loved everything about me, the way I presented myself in the interview, the way I was so confident, the answers that I gave to them, because they were asking me like very difficult questions, like creating scenarios and all of that. And they just felt like I would fit in. Even my character and my personality, they felt like it was best for the job and the environment more than anything. So yeah, guys, to cut a long story short, I got the job and I started working there. I've been working there for this month. At the end of this month, I'm gonna be finishing 4 months there. Um, and I don't really have much to say, guys. It's a very beautiful working environment. I think in my specific department, I am the youngest. I think all five of my other colleagues are over 40, and some are over 50. So yeah, I am the youngest in my department, in the logistics department, and we are all ladies. I'm the only black woman. Also, so yeah, it's been a very different environment because I'm used to working with a lot of men from where I come from, a lot of black people. So it was a really big adjustment. Not to say I'm not used to working with white people or anything like that, but it was really a big adjustment where you're working in an environment where there's only women and you're the only black person. And from where I come from personally, the reason why I am mentioning all of this is because I come from working in environments and in workspaces where there's been a lot of racism and discrimination, you know, against your skin color, against your age, and all of that. So I was really skeptical, you know, about the whole scenario. But then as time progressed, I was really grateful to God to show, guys, Nyan, that Utiko ukubeka endaweni that he sees is best for you, because I was welcomed so beautifully. You know, I felt so loved. I mean, I had only been working there for a month. I had only been working there for a month, and on my birthday, you know, they tried to make it special for me. I got gifts, and I was like, these people don't even know me, you know. So a long story short, the environment is a beautiful environment, very supportive colleagues, very loving colleagues. In terms of the work, I'm still adjusting, and I'm still trying to figure out if, you know, this is the path that I'd like to follow, maybe long term, whatever. I'm still finding my feet. I'm still also just trying to get to find out. I'm also still trying to get to find out, like, what does Natasha want for her future in her career, and just discovering that. So yeah, I'm basically just still figuring everything out. Let me just quickly grab my book. Y'all know, if you guys watch my videos regularly, you'll know that this is my content creation book. So I have it in my hands because I just don't want to miss anything that I wanted to say in this video. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure everything out and just figure if this is something I want to do long term, and just see where God takes me, and see if it's something that I would enjoy, you know. Because currently it's very different from what I have done and what I'm used to doing. But I think it's still early stages for me to tell. So yeah, which is why I'm saying I'm still trying to figure everything out. Then maybe as time goes by, I'll see, okay, if this is really something I'd like to pursue for long term, or if this is really not something for me. That's the part about my new job. And then the second part is that I have relaxed my natural hair. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you will know that I had natural hair that I grew for, I think, a year. Guys, I relaxed it because it was just too much work for me. I feel like in natural hair, or rather in afro, is generally a lot of work. And although some people don't want to admit or don't want to actually be honest about it, but it is a lot of work, guys. Like the maintenance, the having to detangle, you know, everything that you have to do to make sure that your hair is smooth and soft and manageable. It was just too much for me. I couldn't handle it. My hair was always in knots. I had to like wake up an hour earlier every day so that I can detangle my hair. I couldn't do a lot on my hair because of the fact that it was always tangled. I didn't have a lot of options, and I just didn't like that. So I decided, you know what, let me just relax this hair. And I remember I just woke up one morning and I was just like, I'm going to the hair salon to relax my hair. And one thing about me, guys, is that I do not like things that complicate my life. That's the like like unfooling is complicated boom bam, guys. Like if something is complicating my life, I need to sort it out. Either I fix it and try and make it manageable, or it needs to leave my life. And one thing about me is that I adapt very easily to change. I am not a person who's attached to anything. So for me personally, if I feel like, okay, this is complicating my life, it's too much maintenance, it's making my life really hard, it's easy for me to decide whether I need to remove it from my life or if I can fix it. So I just decided, you know what, this is not working out for me, and I just felt so restricted also in terms of certain hairstyles that I wanted to do. So yeah, I just woke up one morning and I relaxed my hair. I'm going to insert a picture over here of the day that I relaxed my hair, I think. Yeah. I think my hair has grown longer than this, because when I did go and relax my hair, I think that was like 2 months ago. So it has probably grown longer than this. So yeah, that's the second life update that I wanted to share with you guys, is that I have relaxed my afro. I know a lot of people were asking me questions like, why did you do it? You had such beautiful hair. Oh, let me actually also insert a picture and show you guys how my natural hair slash afro looks like. I always get so confused, guys, by this natural hair thing, because I feel like even though you have your own relaxed hair, I feel like that's your natural hair. So I feel confused when people call an afro, or when they regard an afro as natural hair, and then they regard relaxed hair as not being natural hair, because that is your natural hair. It's just that you have chemicals in it. But yeah, anyways, this is how my afro looked, and I know a lot of people were very, very disappointed. They were like, why did you do it? You had such beautiful hair. Guys, this is about my journey, and I feel like this is my life. If this is complicating my life, you're not feeling the pain that I'm feeling or the complications. So yeah, it is what it is. And I feel like we're too inwelez is opinions cool, and in general, like, life evolves, life changes. I might wake up after a couple of months or next year and decide, you know what, I want to grow an afro again. Or I might decide to keep my relaxed hair or whatever. Or I might decide to cut my hair. I mean, you're allowed to change your mind, and we're evolving as people. And I feel like the most important thing is for you to do what you feel is manageable and makes your life easier. So yeah, that's the second life update. The third life update is that I turned 30 this year. So your girl turned 30 this year. And I think what I love about turning 30 for me personally is that I don't look 30. Well, I don't think I look 30. Girl, have you ever seen a 30-year-old this beautiful, this glowing? Yo guys, andimhle. Kutheni ningatsho bandimhle kangaka? Yo guys, glow, earring glow mongwaneng. Awa. Anyways, guys, so yeah, I turned 30 this year, and it's a normal feeling, I would say. Let me just have some cool drink, guys. I'm having Coke. I know, such a bad habit in the early hours of the morning. But I was really craving for some Coke. So yeah, I turned 30, and it's a normal feeling. It's like turning a year older every year. But I think for me personally, turning 30 has been that age that has really made me reflect a lot, because first of all, I realized that, okay, I'm 30 years old, which means I'm 10 years from 40, and then I'm 20 years from 50. And that made me think about my retirement, and it made me realize a lot after that, because I was like, okay, firstly, I am not one person who's going to retire at 60. Hell to the no. I am not retiring at 60 and then only for me to live a couple of years and probably drop dead or not even enjoy my life. Yes, I don't know when my day is coming, but the point I'm trying to make is that I've seen a lot of people that I've worked with who have worked for years, and then when they retire, they get sick, or they don't even get to enjoy their retirement. So, turning 30 for me has just brought a lot of self-introspection in every aspect, my spiritual life, my friendships, my family, my career, my future, my relationship with my partner, my finances, in terms of where am I going, who am I becoming, who do I want to become in those aspects. Like, it just made me realize that, okay, I'm getting older now. I'm not getting any younger. And, I need to start asking myself questions like, am I doing things that are going to make me live a comfortable life in my future? Am I doing the things that are going to make me, look back after, 10 years and be like, okay, I've lived my calling, I've lived my purpose, I have done the things that I needed to do for me to be satisfied with the life that I've lived. So for me, it's been a very sentimental age to reach, because it makes you realize a lot, and it makes you start questioning yourself, Uguti, am I doing the things that I'm supposed to do to finally be where I would like to be one day? So I've had a lot of behavior correcting, trying to teach myself discipline in certain aspects, and just trying to ask myself and see, okay, in my financial life, am I making the right decisions? Am I saving enough money? Am I saving enough money for retirement so that I can retire earlier? Am I, doing the things that I'm supposed to do so that I can live a comfortable financial life, And also just, in my spiritual life, am I growing? Am I who God wants me to be? Am I in the path that God wants me to be? Am I learning as much as I can about his kingdom and all of that? And, so forth, in my relationship, in my family, my friendships, So this age has really been such a blessing, because I think it's the age that actually made me realize that time for playing has subsided, like literally. Not to say that now I am not going to enjoy my life or have fun and anything like that, but it's just an age for me that personally made me realize that, girl, like, you are literally a couple of years from the next age, and if you don't do the things that you're supposed to do now, if you don't work hard, if you don't sacrifice, if you don't discipline yourself, you're going to look back at 40 and you realize that you haven't achieved anything. And I just genuinely don't want to be a repetition of my mother and be at an age where I'm old and I don't have a home, I don't have a house, I don't have, anything that I'm going to leave behind for my kids. Just generally, it just made me realize that I remember my mother being at, 35 and, still struggling and suffering. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to live a repetition of that. So this age has really been a blessing, because it has just reminded me that I need to really work hard. And I think your current state, I love that saying that says your current state and where you are is an indication of how hard you still need to work. And that's what really motivates me, because I always look around and be like, okay, where I am now, how far do I still need to work for me to be where I'd like to be? And that will be my indication that, girl, you still have a lot of work to do. So yeah, that's been the third life update that I turned 30. And I love how everyone, I think the oldest that any person has ever guessed me being is 26, which I love that. I don't think anyone has ever guessed me being like even close to 30. I think that's one thing I like about myself, and I'm grateful to God about my genes, is because I don't look like my age. I actually look way younger, and I'm tiny bodied. So it just makes life easier for me. I feel like I'm going to be one of those people where I'll be at 40 and I'll probably still be looking 30 or whatever. But yeah, that was the third life update. And then the fourth life update is my most exciting one, is the fact that I bought myself a place. So yes, me and my partner bought a place together. We are co-owning this place that we are staying in now. This is the place. So you guys know that because of privacy and security reasons, I do not disclose certain parts of my life, including like things like house tours and all of that. Just for privacy and security reasons, guys. This is the one place that I feel safe in, and this is the one place where I feel like I can literally hide at from everything that happens in the world. So if I am to put this place out there, I feel like I won't find security in my home anymore. I won't find it as my solace, as my place of privacy. So generally because of that, and because it's not safe, guys, like you never know who's watching your videos, you never know who's actually watching your life. So, and some people have weird motives and intentions. I mean, I literally watched this other video the other day on YouTube where it says, you know, some people who watch your videos are actually criminals, and they watch your life, they analyze your life and everything that you do, you know, the pictures that you post, where you are, what you're doing with who. So yeah, many reasons, but yeah, that's one of the reasons. For safety reasons, guys. We all know the crime level in South Africa is super high. I would not want to be a statistic or just be a victim to anything. So for that reasons, I do not like disclosing like finer details about, okay, this is where I stay, this is the location, or this is how my home looks. So yeah, basically the home that we currently stay in is the home that we bought. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, a beautiful apartment, newly built, which is why I mentioned earlier in my video that they are still building more apartments. So I think the total of people who will be staying here after they've built all the apartments will be close to 70, if I'm not mistaken, or even more than that, actually, probably 80 or whatever. But yeah, 80 units. So yeah, that's exciting, guys. We bought it last year. Well, the process started last year, but I'm not going to go into detail about it because I am going to be sharing a separate video of basically our home buying experience and what we learned, and basically giving you guys insight and advice for those of you who do not even know where the process starts, how it goes, what you need to prepare for, what you need to prepare for, and all of that. So I will be giving you guys more insight and more details about that in a different video, but this is just generally a life update, and to tell you guys that the fourth update of my life currently is that I bought a house, or rather bought an apartment with my partner. Process started last year. I think we started the process last year in September, and then everything got finalized I think earlier this year. And then we moved into our apartment, I think on the 30th of April. But because our bond hadn't registered yet, because we only wanted it to register once we move in, we kind of like paid occupational rent for the month of May. And finally our bond got registered. So we are official homeowners. So yeah, it's super exciting, guys. Yo, guys, so exciting. I've always longed for me to have a place to call home. I've always longed, you know, for a place that I can call my own home, because all my life I've stayed in apartments, I've rented apartments, I've stayed with people, I've, you know, moved from place to place. Even as a child, my mother never bought a home for us. We never had a place to call home. We constantly moved from place to place. I think we have stayed in every area that I can think of in my city. And it wasn't nice, man, you know, having to move every time. I remember there was this one time when we had outstanding rental payments, and because of that, we were chased out of this one apartment we rented. And I remember that one night we didn't have a place to sleep. So, you know, for me, those things, they really motivated me. And for me personally, it was at that stage that I realized that, you know what, I don't want to live the life that my mother lived. Yes, I do appreciate everything she did for us and the sacrifices she made, the support that she gave us. And I know she did everything she could as a mom to support us at that time. But I was like, you know what, I am not going to allow any generational curses to carry on in my life. And I want to break that chain. I want to do things differently in my personal life. And I don't want to live a repetition of my mother's life. And I just genuinely want to change things for myself and my future children and my future family. So for me, this is really something sentimental, and it's something really big for me. And I'm really grateful to God that He's made it possible. Yeah, and I didn't think I would make it possible so soon. But obviously by, support from family and just generally God being there for us, he made it possible. But yeah, I'll share the finer details of everything in the video that I'll be posting about my home buying experience. But yeah, it's super exciting, guys, to have just indawo yakho, where you can call it kwam, kubone, and a place where you know is yours. There's no one who's going to come and tell you that they're selling the place, you need to move out. There's no one who's going to tell you that there's people who need to come and view the place. Like, I think that's the other thing that really got us so tired of, renting, because of that thing of you'll be renting a place, then all of a sudden the person is selling it or the owner is selling it and now you need to move out. Yo, guys, it was just a lot. But yeah, anyways, I'll share the finer details of the home buying experience in the home buying video. But yeah, that's just all I wanted to tell you guys, that I'm still alive, I'm still good, still pushing. The only thing that is making me a bit distant is because I'm currently busy with school. It's my last year this year. So that has really occupied me a lot, occupied a lot of my time and my energy. And also the fact that while I'm doing that, I'm also a full-time worker and my job is very demanding, very draining, a lot of work to do. And obviously I'm still adjusting to the new job. So it's not easy for me to be juggling too many things at one time. And more than anything, I think the most important thing is that I don't want to force things. If I feel like I need to rest, if I feel like I don't have the energy to do everything at one time, I give myself the rest that my body needs. So yeah, I haven't left you guys. I'm still here. Still gonna come with more videos. But yeah, that's where I am. I'm just juggling a lot at the moment. And I haven't been well. Yo, guys, I forgot to tell you, I haven't been well. I've been so sick. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you'll know I had COVID. And guys, it nearly made me see my maker. Like, I swear, Panzana Tibana no TikTok, guys, these past few weeks, like, it really dropped me down, guys. I was so sick. I really thought I was gonna die. But by the grace of God, my story hasn't ended. So yeah, I was really sick, and I just genuinely wasn't okay. And it would be a thing of I'd be sick and then I'd be okay, and then something else would happen, then I'd be okay, and then something else would happen. And then before you know it, it was 2 months later, and I was like, yo, guys, I have neglected my YouTube, or not even neglected, but I haven't been on YouTube because, it was thing after thing after thing. At first, I was adjusting to my new job, and then after the job, it was now, school, because we had opened school. So I was trying to juggle the new job and school, and then after that, it was getting sick. So yeah, guys, it was thing after thing after thing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to come back when I'm okay. So I'm okay now. I'm really in a good space. I'm better. I'm adjusting to juggling everything. Still get really tired and exhausted, but I'm just trying to find my feet and trying to find balance. And yeah, but I'm really good, guys. So yeah, that's the update I wanted to give you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to this channel as yet, please do so. Do not forget to hit that notification bell too, so that you do not miss any videos that I do post in future. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you in the next video.